Hi, and welcome to my channel, Rowie Kiwi. Today's video, I'm going to be showing off some of the stuff I recently purchased on Amazon, an Amazon haul, if you will. I did not purchase everything in today's video all at one time. I've been kind of collecting it over the course of like a month or two now, which makes the fact that I haven't really played with or used any of it very much extra sad. But hopefully soon I get to dive in and start playing around with all the fun things I bought. I'm not going to show them in any particular order. I'm just going to pull them out of this big box that I threw them in. So the first thing on the very top is some Cricut printable vinyl. I wanted to try this out to make some stickers, but the problem is that my printer has kind of kicked the bucket, so I gotta get a new printer first before I can really try this stuff out. But I am really excited for when the time comes for that. So still on the Cricut stuff, I got the Fineliner set from Cricut. I have a Cricut Explore Air 2 and I have had it for a few months, since like November. And I haven't really put it to use a whole lot. I made like a few card decals and a few t-shirts, and that's about it. So I've been collecting some stuff to try out. I really want to use it for card making. So in the realm of that, I also got a corner rounder and these adapters for my Cricut. And these are supposed to adapt the pin holder in the Cricut to work with Sharpie fine point and all of the Sharpies actually. I don't actually remember what they all stand for. Let's see, it gives us a nice little card. Apparently they make them for all kinds of stuff. The Sharpie art pen, not sure what that is, but it's a Sharpie. But it should be for like the Sharpie Fineliners and then the like standard Sharpies, ultra fine point. I don't know if these actually are compatible yet, but hopefully I will find out soon and get back to you guys on that, because if they do work, that would be great. The main reason I wanted the adapters for Sharpies is because the Cricut ones, while they are beautiful and they work very nicely with the machine, they are not water resistant or waterproof at all. And for card making, sometimes I like to use watercolor, so I want to go in the lines with watercolor, and the Sharpie will hold up a lot better. It won't bleed all over the place like the Cricut Fineliners do. And the corner puncher, just because I think that rounded corners are cute on cards. And I lost my old one, and I like that this one has the 3 different sizes for how deep you want your round, how rounded you want your corner. So the last like crafty item I have is in this little case. I recently started crocheting again, so I had to get, well, I didn't have to, but I wanted to get some crochet needles that were padded, that have the cushion grips on them. This is because standard crochet hooks that are just a straight metal, they rub on my fingers so badly that I end up not being able to crochet for very long at all. It also comes with stitch markers and needles for finishing off any of your projects. But let's just pull one of these guys out and take a look at it real quick, because I haven't even held them yet. I think they're pretty nice for how much they cost. Speaking of which, I will have all of these items listed in the description of this video in case anyone is interested. Alright, so now we're moving on to the actual art supplies, which there is more of than the crafty supplies. I consider like all of the Cricut stuff and like the crochet stuff more craft, more hobbyist, and not my art stuff. So to start off with, I got the Fineline drawing pens by Ohuhu. Supposedly they are bleed resistant or smudge proof when it comes to using alcohol markers, and we shall see on that one. I have found that a lot of pens that claim to be compatible with alcohol markers aren't necessarily, but Ohuhu makes some pretty killer alcohol markers, so hopefully their Fineliners are just as killer. I happen to get a few things from Ohuhu, so the next item I got is the 24 skin tone set. I chose a 24 set compared to the other larger skin tone set because this set has less repeats from the large Ohuhu brush marker set. I don't remember how many exactly it is. It's like 136 maybe, which I already own, and I didn't want to have a bunch of repeat colors, so this one had the least amount of repeats. It's mostly new colors, and I'm super excited to try them out. The last thing from Ohuhu I got is their 10 by 7.6 sketchbook. I'm always trying to find a good sketchbook for using markers, and currently I've just been using like a Canson XL Mixed Media, which is fine. The paper really soaks up the markers though, and while it doesn't necessarily bleed through super bad, I always use the blotch paper behind it, or the little vinyl blotch sheet that Ohuhu gave with their marker sets. But apparently this sketchbook doesn't bleed quite as badly, so, and you can see my light reflecting very badly off of the plastic wrapping. But I'm excited to try this out. The next item I got is this empty watercolor palette, and it is 48 half pans. So let's see. I got it with this fun paint swatchy color on it, and I will be honest, the reason I chose this particular one and this particular brand is because it was a little cheaper than some of the other ones that are available, and I didn't need it to be crazy expensive. I just needed it to hold my watercolors. It does have a bunch of mixing wells in it, and it folds out a few times, which, to be honest, I don't know if I'm going to leave this extra tray in here. I find it a little bit annoying. I typically just want to be able to open it up and use it right away. I don't want to have to flip open a bunch of things. But it has 48 half pans, which is fantastic because I happen to have, I believe, 30 tube Grumbacher watercolors that I want to put into pans. I really prefer panned watercolors. Don't come after me. I just find them more convenient to use. I find that I waste a lot less paint that way. I always tend to overdo it when I'm using the tube watercolors. So that's the plan. I'm going to put them in here, and as I collect more colors of it or of other brands, I can add them in to fill it up. So this next item is pretty popular on YouTube, I won't lie. So I'm sure everybody has heard of it and seen it before, but it is the HIMI Gouache with the pink palette, because that is crazy cute, guys. I haven't used it yet. Oh gosh, it's got a little tray in it apparently. I didn't know that. But yeah, it is super cute. I love the packaging. It's really adorable. I'm a sucker for cute packaging. And all of the jelly cups are in here. I cannot wait to crack these guys open and try them out. I haven't really used that much gouache in the past, so I'm excited to see how these ones are. And just to experiment with gouache again, because it's been quite a while since I've used gouache. I'm much more of a watercolor and acrylic kind of person, but gouache is supposed to be somewhere kind of in the middle, so I'm excited to give it a try. And we're on to our last item. This item is kind of like a slight impulse buy. Like, I certainly did not need to buy this, but it was on sale and I got excited, so I did buy it. I'd been looking at them for a while, and according to some other YouTube reviewers and artists, they're not half bad, so I wanted to give the, oh gosh, the box is so big, it doesn't fit all the way in my frame. I wanted to give the Arrtx Oros sketch markers a try. So these are the Arrtx brush markers. I've had these for about a week and I haven't had the chance to try them out yet. I am just so excited. I bought the 90B set. There's also the 80 set, which has different colors in it, I believe, than the 90 set. But I got this set because it looked like it had more pastels and less saturated colors, which is what my marker collection is currently lacking. Because my marker collection is mostly comprised of Ohuhu markers, which, as everybody knows, for the most part, are very, very saturated and kind of like mid-tone values. So there's not a lot of variation in them. While they are fantastic, I would love to see some more like really, really light pastel colors from them. And I have the pastel set from Ohuhu, so, and they're still not quite light enough. But there were some pastels in here that seemed like they would do the job. So I'm just gonna open the box real quick. There's a bunch of cute stuff in here, a bunch of papers. We're not gonna look at those right now. And parts for the stands and the little carry bag. But what I'm mostly interested in are V markers. Just look at those. Aren't they beautiful? And right away I see a few really nice lighter colors. We got 171 and 164, which look like they would be pretty pale. And I do notice that unlike some of my other markers, they don't have a very good way of indicating which side is the brush tip. Like with the Ohuhus, they have the dark band around the side by the cap. That is your brush marker. So it's really easy to figure out which side you want to use. But with these guys, there's no marker on them. And I'll be honest, a lot of companies use the dark band by the caps to indicate which side is the brush marker. But there's the brush tip. It's really, my lighting is really crazy, so we'll just turn it this way. So yeah, I'm extremely excited to try these guys out. I'm sure I'll make a video on them, a little bit of a review video. Yeah, that was the last item in my haul. It wasn't very big, and a lot of the items were a little more pricey, so it can't be that big of a haul. But like I said, I didn't actually buy all this stuff at one go. It wasn't one Amazon shopping cart that I bought all this in. I bought it over the course of a couple of months, and like these were on a really, I'm gonna say really good sale. They're probably like $10 off, but that was the push I needed to buy them. So stay tuned if you're interested in seeing a video about these markers, and check back in probably to watch me fill my watercolor palette. That'll be super fun. I actually haven't panned watercolors before, so that'll be an experience. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys stay tuned and check out the next video, which I'm hoping will be the watercolor palette filling video, because I'm super excited to do that. I really just cannot wait to get those watercolors into that empty palette. I'll see you guys around. Hope everyone's doing great, and I'll see you guys in the next one.